guys, how you doing? It's Henry, Mowers and Blowers again. How are you? This is like episode 4 or 5 of my Toro Wheelhorse 616Z zero-turn mower that I got essentially for free through a trade. As you guys know, I think it was just, there was really nothing wrong with it except for the battery needing charging, because what I didn't know was that that toggle switch was the engagement for the PTO, and I couldn't start it because of that. I always thought it was just an on switch, so I would just turn it on, you know what I mean? And then when I did get it fired up, as you guys know, I said I was perplexed. Why is the blades turning, you know what I'm saying? So turns out that it didn't start when I turned the key with the battery hooked up, you know, the charger hooked up, because the PTO was on. Well, that's the safety switch. You can't have that PTO on and it won't start. So yes, I did add a wire in there that goes straight from the ignition switch straight to the solenoid to get it to start, right? Essentially just bypass the PTO thing, you know what I mean? So it's fine. So essentially, if I had just had that toggle switch off and just turned the key with the battery charger on, I bet you it would have started, you know? But nevertheless, runs great, mows really great. I almost feel like I want to keep it. But what I'm worried about is that it is an old machine, right? And while it's in pretty good shape, I'm worried that eventually the transmission will go. And if the transmission goes, then I'm stuck with the hunk of junk for sure, you know, because there's no way I'm going to be able to replace that transmission, you know? Another thing is that Onan seems to run great now, but maybe a couple of years down the line, what if it doesn't, you know? I guess I could fix it or put another engine on there, but I'm primarily worried about the transmission. So I'm thinking maybe I should just sell it. I haven't really decided yet. I'd like to hear your insight on whether or not I should keep it or not, because I don't have a zero turn, you know? As you know, I fixed the seat. It looks pretty good, right? I'm going to put some duct tape around it just to clean it up a little bit, but I kind of like how this thing drops off like that. That's pretty cool, because, you know, if it rains, you know, the water just trickles down that way. You know, I'll kind of put some duct tape around here to seal it off. And then you got the gap over here. See the gap? Should I put duct tape there too? I'm not sure. I'm not sure what I should do there. Another thing that bothers me, I also taped this off around here, and over here the black part was all messed up, scratched up on the corners here. So I just taped it up and I went over it with that 98-cent black gloss paint. So, you know, at least the black thing looks okay now, looks better. But what bothers me is this. If you look at the deck, I only painted that outer part there. I kind of don't like the dirty part there, you know. So I want to like jack up the front, drop the deck, and clean that part off, and paint the entire deck red too. That would look much nicer. You know, granted, it is a brush-on paint, you know. You can see the brush marks on it, but nevertheless, it protects it well, and it looks good from far away. I didn't paint these fenders or the sides here. I didn't paint the sides here, but I did paint this part here, and you can see the faded difference here, and I don't like it. So I almost want to go over the whole thing now. You know, I've tried wax and compound to get this faded part better, even ATF a few times. This is just too badly faded for any of that stuff to work. So I'm thinking about just painting the whole thing, you know, brushing up the paint so it's nice and shiny. And, you know, that paint's really thick, so it really coats it very well and protects it from the elements, you know. Not that I'm going to leave this outside at all, you know. But anyway, here's the seat. Seat looks pretty good, you know. It looks better than before for sure, you know. But, you know, you can see the duct tape on the sides and stuff. And when you sit on it, actually it's pretty good. But I don't really like this part here, you know. I almost feel like I want to paint it, tape it down, you know. But I don't know if it will hold because this pressure is pretty high, you know. This bend. Or maybe I should just leave it the way it is. I mean, it's a seat, for God's sakes, right? Anyway, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to check the fluid. Transmission fluid, I mean. So I did research on it, and it takes SAE30 for the transmission fluid. got plenty of SAE30. I looked up the specs to this, and SAE30 is what it takes for the tranny fluid. I don't know what this reservoir is for. So I'm just going to wipe this off because you have dust and stuff. I don't want dust to get in as I take the cap off, you know. If every transmission was that easy to put in, I mean, you know, riding mowers and lawn tractors and stuff, you got to climb down there, and sometimes you got to drop the transmission just to get to the bolt to get the transmission fluid in there. Some of those transmissions are sealed. There isn't no bolt to drain it. It's like a maintenance-free one, you know. They don't expect you to service it. Huh. You know, man, it's clear, but I don't think there's enough of it. Here. Looks low, isn't it? I have to find a line to where that the levels are. So there's a little word there. I'm going to get you closer. It says full cold. There's a line there. And it's pretty much up to there. Well, it's cold and it's full. But I think I'm going to add just a little bit more. I'm going to put in some premium fresh SAE30 Plus from my friends over at Lucas Oil Products. It's on an incline, or a slight incline, and so it could use a little bit more, just a smidgen more, not a lot. That's a little bit too much, but I think that'll be good when it moves around. If it was really black, I'd probably try to drain it, but good viscosity, right? And clear. Also, if I drained it from the bottom, all of it out, I'm sure I would get air in there somehow. And I don't know the procedure to do all that, but for now it'll be okay. It doesn't show any signs of the transmission being bad. It actually feels pretty good. I have a feeling this thing's been serviced before, but I'm just going to put some PB Blaster multi-purpose lubricant on some of the joints here, you know, just to protect it from dust and the rubber parts, washers and stuff, from it getting dirty and or rusted and stuff like that. It's always good to put some type of lubricant on the moving parts of this machine, or any machine for that matter. Just helps everything move. Springs do a lot on machines that if a spring got rusted and broke, your machine wouldn't work right. Also, the cables and your throttle levers, if it's difficult to move because of a lot of rust and wear, you moving it without any lubricant will cause it to break. That's pretty good. I'm aiming some. There you go. On the bottom there. Rubber. It's good. can't stand it. I have to do the deck too. So I jacked the baby up, and now I've got the deck all painted. Nice. Can't stand it. I gotta paint the rims. Painting the rims is very easy. Just stick your brush in there and go like this. I had this leftover gray paint. It's really black gloss, but then I added some white. Look at how lousy that looks. That looks like crap. Kind of leaning inwards. This one's kind of fun. Anyway, you get the picture. So the rear wheels, they don't need paint, but they're very greasy and dirty. So today, I'm using my can of multi-purpose parts cleaner and degreaser for my buddies over at Lucas Oil Products. I'm just going to spray it and wipe it off. Cool. I'm gonna do some more and soak it a bit. Gotta clean your shit. Damn. I'm just telling you, if you guys have the right products, it can make your life so much easier. And now I'm on the left side, rear wheel. By the way, doesn't that paint start to look really nice? Damn. I feel much better now. That is the condition of that wheel. The stream strength is really good on here. Watch this. Damn. If you don't have a good stream, you need to go see your proctologist and get a prostate check. I mean, urologist. Get a digit test, the 2-digit one. Well, honestly, it looks way better. I'm pretty happy how this all turned out. I've spent about, 4 or 5 days, taking care of loose ends here and there. But this is a good mower, man. Really mows my lawn very well. I can't wait for this paint to dry, and I want to take this to the backyard and mow it. And believe it or not, this thing fits in my backyard because this is only a 38-inch wide deck. So, I don't know. It kind of makes me feel like I should keep it. It doesn't have a bagger, so I still got to keep the Black Beauty, But maybe I'll sell the John Deere. But, I gave it another once-over with paint, I painted the rims in the front because they were rusted. It's pretty easy. Painted the deck, went over it again in some detail. I didn't really like the way I did the lines over here for the black part, so I might take black electrical tape and just do like a couple of pinstripes right there just to make the lines a little bit neater, or just leave it the way it is out there. It looks a lot better when I painted the whole thing. Even though you can see brush strokes, it's still a nice vibrant red, with the gloss on it, Use some Lucas oil contact cleaner, the degreaser, and got all the grime and dirt off of the rear wheels, so now they look nice. Fronts are painted with some dark gray color. Fixed that seat. Seat actually looks okay, but the machine's starting to look really nice. Nice shine. Didn't really have to do much with engine. We topped off the tranny fluid a little bit. Oil is good. I have no idea how much gas is in here because, with the gas tank up front there, you just can't tell how much gas is in there. I guess I'll find out when I'm rolling and I don't roll anymore. But my Toro Wheelhorse 616 is looking great. Drives great. I'm going to have a good time mowing my lawn. But that'll pretty much do it for this project. It's a big success, right? Traded a backpack blower that I got for free. Didn't spend any money on it. Traded it for this. Didn't really spend any money on this either. Aside from maybe, $1 worth of paint or something like that. But I haven't spent any money on it, I fixed that seat by fabrication. So anyway, this was my project, and hope you guys enjoyed it as much as I did. It's a badass mower. Zero turn. See you guys next time on Mowers and Blowers. I forgot to mention, tire we fixed. Harder than a rock. So that was it. The valve was loose. I put some electrical tape around the black for lining, pinstriping. Looks much better now. And I buttoned up the seat a little bit more with some black duct tape around the edges. Looks good. Hey guys, support my channel. Buy a sticker. Also follow me on Instagram @MowersBlowers. Check out my website, MowersBlowers.com.
I'll see you next time on Mowers and Blowers.